The man charged with killing 11 people at the Tree of Life Synagogue last year looks headed for trial. Federal prosecutors rejected a plea deal offered by Robert Bauer's lawyers.
Now, they said Bowers would plead guilty and accept a life sentence if prosecutors took the death penalty off the table. The U.S. attorney said no. That decision to pursue the death penalty goes against the wishes of two of the congregations that worshipped at Tree of Life.
Leaders of Dor Hadash and New Light wanted to avoid the pain of reliving the massacre during a trial. Chris Hoffman has reaction to the new developments in the case tonight. Chris.
Yeah, good evening. They feel that by going to trial, they're going to have to relive that tragic day over and over with testimonies and victim statements in court. Now, one of the people I spoke with tonight says by going for the death penalty, it could be years before any of these victims get any closure in this case.
That is way too long a time of closure, which is what I think is important for us as a congregation and the families.
In August, New Light Congregation co-president Stephen Cohen wrote for the Attorney General to take the offer of a plea deal for the suspected gunman to spend the rest of his life in jail.
The witnesses do not have to testify. There is no trauma attached to being in court and having to relive the events of that day.
Judah Samet survived the massacre from last October. He says the death penalty lets the accused get off the hook for his actions.
I don't want to kill him, because to me it will be a gift to him. You don't suffer.
He is okay with a trial, but he wants to see the suspected attacker spend the rest of his life in jail.
No, I cannot forgive him. No. Do I hate him? No.
But Samet does understand why the U.S. attorney is pushing for the death penalty.
It could heal the public, knowing that he's gone. And that's why I think the government wants to kill him.
Cohen is not opposed to the death penalty. He just feels for the community to heal and have closure, they can't be expected to relive that tragic day over and over.
By going for the death penalty, it could be 10 years or more before we reach closure. That's just cruel.
Yeah, and Cohen was also upset with the proposed start of the trial, which would begin with jury selection around mid-September of next year, right in the middle of the high holy days for the Jewish community. He feels that instead of justice, this is being more politically motivated. We did reach out to the U.S. Attorney's Scott Brady's office this afternoon to get their side about all this, but they declined to give any comment. We're live outside the federal courthouse tonight. Chris Hoffman, KDKA News.